Okay, there we are. What on earth? We've been having technical difficulties. Hey, EO, welcome in. There's my voice. Okay, great. I'm here, I promise. I promise I'm here. Let me know when it starts. There we go. Yeah, so apparently my camera and mic were doing silly things this morning. I don't know what happened. It might have been, actually, I think I know what it is. Because I have a new laptop that I've been trying to set up for streaming. And I connected my mic to my laptop for that. And then when I switched it back to my desktop, I probably didn't fix the settings in OBS. I'm a goofball. Sounds a bit off, though. Crap. Well, that's not good. Oh, dear. Well then. Please hold for one moment. I need to listen to my own voice for a second. Hello? It's doable. Okay, doable is good. I'm very curious about what's happening here, though. I'll probably have to monkey with it later. Alright, well, I'm learning things. I'm learning things. Maybe not a good idea to mess with your mic. Ugh, I'm gonna move in a couple of months, and that's gonna make it all a pain. I'll have to set everything up again. Cool. Beautiful realization. Alright. Okay, I have game audio. Do you have game audio? Morning for me, afternoon for you? Oh dear. So that probably means that my usual streaming time is like middle of the night for you. Or like really early morning or something like that. Only thing is the mic. Okay. Okay. Weird. All my OBS settings are the same. I have no idea what changed about the mic when I flipped it between the PC and the laptop. But very interesting. Yeah, I'll have to do some recordings later and listen back and try to figure out what the heck is going on. Joy. So why does my... Hold on, I feel like there's other funky things happening with my... Hello? My gaming screen, maybe? Maybe it's just always looked like that and I've never looked at my own stream closely enough before. That's definitely possible. Alright, let's fix our video. Because otherwise we're gonna have a lot of lag for some reason. Okay, that's better. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we fought some guys in here. I don't remember exactly what all happened with that. Okay. Well. Let's continue through this region that makes me incredibly nervous. Because you never know which hallway is going to have a trap that's going to roll a boulder on you. Okay, I'm not going to try picking that lock. Oh, it's because it's Nenio. How did I select just Nenio? What is this? Alright. Like, a Ruchelay should have it. Her lockpicking skill's really high. It's because I had Nenio, not a Ruchelay selected. Alright. Door over there. Surprisingly no monsters in this room. Ah! What is this? Coded note. Triangle and upside down 5-pointed star, squares, and circles. Triangle, star, squares, circles. My PC has made a noise and I do not like that noise. What noise is that? Oh no, I'm paranoid at this point. Okay, well, maybe everything's working fine. This might just be like a ridiculously tech problem laden stream. Please hold, I gotta fix graphics again. Alright, I don't know. This being weird. Alright. I was gonna take notes. Pen. Okay. So it was a triangle, an upside down star. I've already forgotten the rest. Hold on. Oh, the notes. Hold on. Where's the coded note? Right there. Okay. Upside down 5-pointed stars, squares, and circles. It does not say how many squares and circles, but I guess we'll find out. Ah. Okay. Triangle, star, square, circle. I guess maybe I didn't need to write that down. It wasn't like a hard code, but I wasn't sure precisely. Okay, we also have a door there. Alright, I guess we'll go through here. Ah, right, the creepy bedroom. Love the creepy bedroom. We're gonna come back here later.
Something is not right here.
I don't know, Arushali, that's loot. I feel like that's pretty right.
Is there more?
Yes, lots more. Please go loot that for me. What's this? Oh! I guess that tells us where those pamphlets come from. Okay, there's a... Interesting. I don't know what that was. Entomologist tool. Board dotted with pins for displaying insects. Yes, because Xanthier is a spooky, spooky person. Really, really loves bugs.
Not finished here. Is there more?
Okay. Balanced defender. What is this? +3 longsword. Yes, it does have ability damage at the moment. Yeah, it's still not as good as the Black Dragon's Fang. Nothing is as good as the Black Dragon's Fang. Okay.
No reason to pause.
So, Ciela, why are you not on your horse? You're really bad. Somewhat scary but harmless plants that grow in the abyss. Someone lovingly recreated a scene from the wilderness of the demon world. Oh! I accidentally solved another puzzle. Excellent.
It was useful to you.
Circle of Death. What does Circle of Death do? That's fascinating. The barrier, hold on. Where's the scroll I'm looking for? You'd think it had a circle. It does. Spell slays 1d4 hit dice worth of living creatures. Interesting. Will I ever use it? Probably not. I'm notoriously bad about actually using the resources this game gives me. Requires a key. Okay, so apparently this was the right place to go at first. If that requires a key. I couldn't tell you where. I don't remember what puzzle it is. But somewhere in the world there's a puzzle where one of the clues is a mirror. And so the idea is you do the puzzle once to get into the room, you go, you see the mirror, and that's supposed to be your clue to go back out and do the puzzle again in the reverse order of the previous solution. I did not get it the first time, I had to Google it. But I don't remember where that was. I don't think it's here. But like, requires key. I don't know where you find a key. It's been too long since I did the Ivory Sanctum last time. So, I remember very little, actually, just that there's the crazy bug dude. And frankly, what's her bucket? Jerabel? Is that her name? She already told me about him. Okay, so that's dead end for now. This is also, yeah, that's a dead end. Makes sense, because otherwise you'd go into the cave. Alright. I guess it's back this way for us. Alright. EF is overrated. IMO. Gideon is already better. Earbeth's sword is better. Radiance should be better, and now Unbalanced Defender is better. Is it? Is it just because things tend to have resistance to ash damage? Acid damage? Because when I look at the damage totals that Seela has, this is 11 to 23, whereas this is 11 to 18. But, I mean, I could have missed a place to upgrade Radiance. It's definitely possible. I don't know. I'm not super skilled in the Pathfinder system, so... what I know is the numbers I see. Okay. Okay, so basically this thing sucks and so do all the archers. Also, we've got people on less than full health. Neo. Let me see.
Rely on me.
I'm prepared.
So, Ruchele, you're gonna shoot that. I'm going to shoot that.
I will not be trifled with.
I'm gonna set everybody else against this thing.
I will help where I can.
You need me. Good.
Actually, Ulbrich, I'm gonna want you to use that in just a second. Alright, because that's gonna let him get a full attack on his turn. What are you missing right there? Rick? Should be something in this box. Ah, it's right there. I don't know why it disappears from time to time, but that's fine. And then Nenio. Go ahead and cast haste. I probably should have had her do that before combat started, but I didn't think about it. Okay, that wasn't actually as painful as I remember it being last time I played through here. I remember the Painajai things being incredibly frustrating. Alright.
I finished here. Is there more?
You know, funny thing, these boxes are huge, and yet there's very little in them. Unsung feats behind crusades. We'll take a look at that in a second. I don't think it's really that important, but it is a book. And I don't think I read it through last time, so I might at least skim it this time. Ooh! A recipe! What bonuses does this give me? We'll find out later. Okay. Oh, right. Right. Because the Ivory Sanctum didn't always belong to demons. Which makes sense. I don't imagine that demons would put together a bunk room like this, but...
That's easy.
Oh, I hate these hallways, hate these hallways. Hate these hallways very much. Alright, I don't think this one's gonna have a rock in it. It's too short for that. Surely it doesn't have a rock in it. Okay, I gotta pull Abacus. Still hasted from Nenio, so thanks for that, Nenio. Okay. Ulbrig. I want you to fly and whack that guy. Otherwise, everybody continue as you wish. You know, and I wonder why Vivian's always been being knocked down and stuff. We got a spell on us. It's fine. Alright. Ah, mind fog. Hooray.
This condition is irrational.
Jeez, what is happening? Okay,
We will win this war.
Harriet, stop. What? What is happening? All my animal companions are turning against me. I also seem to have not gotten an explanation for why the Black Dragon's Fang is a subpar sword. Okay.
Finished here. Is there more?
Fortune's Temper. I don't think we have anybody who uses that kind of weapon. True the Divine. I feel like we've probably seen that. Headquarters maps, scouting reports, mission plans. Your officers will be very keen to take a look at these documents. Good. They deserve the chance. Alright. Aha! There's a button. Heard a noise. Aha! I don't actually know if I found all these little secrets last time around. Can you throw a full plate plus 3? It is slightly better than the Carapace. And I'm gonna guess... Okay. Wendog doesn't get to use her dex here. So as much as Celia would probably enjoy the bonus to her AC, it does more good on Wendog. Cool. Wendog, you're the tank now. Okay. Onward, through the door. So maybe I ought to rest? I don't know. I just get this feeling like some of my companions could do with a bit of a break. And I think there are some of the relics around here that'll let me remove the demonic. Oh, right, no. We definitely want Nenio on this. Nenio is a fantastic cook. Alright, let's see what that recipe we got was, shall we? Cream soup with a snout. Increases the DC of saving throws against all spells you cast by 1 for a day. It's Ember's favorite dish. Why am I not surprised? Nenio is my only real spellcaster in the party. Then again, everyone deserves a break. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. When you're fighting through dungeons like this, very important to take a break. I just wish that like a short rest was an option in this game, like in Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't know if that's part of the original rule set. It'd be really cool if it was. I just think that short rests are a very useful resource. And it makes sense, like, if you can take a short rest, that is the equivalent of just stopping for an hour. Not that RPGs usually follow reality, but it's cool to have those moments. It's probably to be back to a day. I mean, let's look at the other options we have. Does this make it so that if you're really battered, you don't have to rest as long? Is that what it is? Well, I don't understand the use of the glowing croissant. Open damage rolls. +1 bonus cooking. +1 bonus to attack rolls per day. Maybe I should have been using that in Blackwater. Might have helped me out a bit. Okay, so we don't have the ingredients for the midnight soup. So we don't have any midnight more. I'm very curious though, is there like an even more upgraded version of that? Not sure. Yeah, I don't know about the glowing croissant. Oh, Demon Slayer soup, right, but I don't have any crystallized demonic rage. I don't even know where you get crystallized demonic rage. Apparently it's a thing. Against anomalies for a day. I'm guessing this is probably for the Inevitable Access DLC. +10 movement speed bonus for a day. I really don't have that many ingredients. Ah, there's the second upgrade. Fast healing 1, +2 cooking bonus to max hit points per level for a day. This one. Okay, hold on. Eating a sour guts broth provides you with immunity to poison and disease effects for a day, restores all hit points, and removes all poison and disease effects. Once again, if you're resting, why do you need something else that increases your hit? I don't know. We're gonna go with the seasoned wings and thighs just because it's what we got. I don't know what to say. I don't have enough ingredients to try everything. Achoo! Achoo! Ulbrig, what are you doing? What is that smelly powder? Mustard seeds, ground up and charmed on a stone at midnight. Is to stop you putting the evil eye on me, just in case. A great remedy against Fey enchantments. Ulbrig, Arushalee is not Fey. I am closer to Fey than Arushalee is. Oh, ouch. To be fair, it's DC 30. I just really have to hope for a relic. See how it goes. Okay.
You are my favorite aid.
What's this? Ah, right. Okay.
Right,
Saddle up, those of you to whom that is applicable. Okay. Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe what those do is they reduce the amount of time that you have to rest for. Because we just rested for a full day. I'm sure there's cases in which that's relevant, I just can't fully imagine what they are. Okay. I will say the cooking mechanic in this game is really, really cool. Disciple of Xanther. Out of my way! A cultist wearing a Descarite robe just clenches his fists and glares at the servants of Baphomet blocking his path. The enemy is at the gates. You must release the specimens. That is a direct order from Xanther the Plagued One. Hear that? A woman in armor decorated with an ox head emblem laughs disdainfully. Her fellow believers echo her mocking laughter. Xanther the Plagued One gave us an order. A direct order. He said that to you, did he? You open it then. Go on, I won't stop you. Open the cage and we'll stand back and watch that beast bite your locust-filled head off. Now isn't the time for your petty grievances. I made myself clear the first time. We have been invaded. The enemies are inside the Ivory Sanctum. They'll be here any moment. The enemies have been here for a long time already, the Templar barks, and the cultist steps back in surprise. You! You came into our Ivory Sanctum, setting yourselves up as the masters, sullying the place with your experiments. Do you know what this room used to be? A hall of converse, a monument to our greatest victories. The portraits of former enemies who switched to Lord Baphomet's side used to hang here. We kept their armor and the corrupted symbols of their pitiful godlings. But your Xanthier, the syphilitic one, ordered it all to be put into storage and built a zoo in its place. There will be no sanctum left if the Crusaders... Stop! The frightened cultist points at you, and the eyes of everyone present are turned in your direction. Who goes there? I don't think I've seen you here before. He'll nod to the leader of the Templars. Jerebeth says, do it. Predatory grins appear on the Templars' faces, and they reach for their weapons. Let's see your Xanthier the Deranged One save you now. Traitors! Alright. Okay, I kind of get the feeling these guys are not all that tough. I feel like those three probably could handle this fight on their own, but we won't make them.
Prepare yourself. Your death awaits.
And
Mind over muscle.
go ahead and just shoot. It's not the most useful thing to do, but I don't want to use spell slots at the moment. Great, we'll just let everybody kind of go to and do as they please. Good job, Ulbrich, you flew. A little late, but you flew. Oh, yay. Yeah, that's gonna be back to get us later. It's fine. Okay, Nenio, actually, would you please cast haste on us all? And try very hard not to die.
This is my chance to run.
Hehehe, I'm struggling. Alright. This is fine. Oh no, I've died! Well, that's unfortunate for me. Okay.
Together, we stand.
Alright. So... No, really, it's just... I mean, these two are down a bit, but... I feel like it's not worth it to use that yet. Here. We'll do this. Get a little bit more of a focused healing going on here. Because the mass healing is handy, but only in fights where everyone's getting beat up equally. Alright. Anything else of interest in this room? It does not appear so. Okay, this is a prime spot for a boulder. Which makes me very nervous. Yeah, that's a boulder trap. Okay, Arushale, I require your assistance. And as always, even though I know she can probably handle it, we quick save. I really don't want the party getting run over.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Thank you. Makes me feel better. Okay, so we got a pressure plate. Oh, we got a cutscene. Okay. Teacher, it's the Crusaders. They're already here. The commander herself is with them. Don't be such a coward. These pathetic knuckle-draggers are powerless before the might of the great Xanthier, the Plagued One. Really, B? That's the voice we're gonna give him? Alright, cool. This is good. The figure in the robe turns toward the cultist, who automatically takes a step back, bringing a hand to his mouth. There's no human face beneath the gray hood, just a swarm of shifting locusts. Did I not say what I would do to the next halfwit who dared call me by that ignominious moniker? I've given myself a challenging voice for him. Okay, Xanthier, let's be honest though, that's not really a huge feat. Killing a guy, like an underling guy like that. Not that big a feat. That's just petty. Xanthier shakes one of his sleeves. A small swarm of locusts emerges from within it and envelops the cultist's head. Shrieking, he tries to get them off, but they have already burrowed their way inside, turning his face into one gaping wound. The unlucky cultist continues screaming desperately for a few seconds, and then his body explodes into pieces as the locusts burst out from within him. Computer's giving me more noises I don't love to hear.
You, come here. We still have time to complete the transformation.
He beckons a demon over, and it scrambles eagerly toward the threatening-looking machines. Xanthier turns to his surviving students.
And all of you, do as I've taught you. Try just this once to follow my instructions to the letter, and if anyone drops another Nahindrian crystal, he will only have himself to blame for his horrific fate.
He thinks to stop us with this? A load of midges? I'll walk through that swarm and not even feel the bites. In the caves, we have underground hornets that will kill the average Neether after 3 stings. I survived 7. Sure, I'll use a Nenio for this. You quickly realize that the Wall of Locusts is not magic in itself, and you cannot break it as you would a spell. Ah, man! Tragedy. Basically, this guy just has control over bugs, just generally. Disperse. With deft movements, you scatter the buzzing insects into the air, creating a gap in the wall that you can pass through into the chamber. Alright. I'm gonna guess that this all is happening technically while we're dispersing the locusts, because otherwise my first instinct would be, don't let him finish, charge! The demon summoned to the machine howls in pain. Paying no attention to you, Xanthier Bang places crystals in the demon's body, and you sense rather than see the demon change into something different, something more frightening than before. Big guess on the swarm that walks path, you can probably do this to your own soldiers. Which is, you know, real pleasant. Xanthier Vang looks at his students, who are only just starting to carry out the procedure on their own demons.
Cease your rummaging, dolts. Consider your lesson ended. You're working too slowly. Unchain these beasts and defend the chamber. Fight until the last.
Okay. See, we didn't even get a chance to move further into the room. What a shame. This is not tactical positioning in the slightest. Okay, go after the Nabasu, y'all. Because if I get my really heavy hitters in the front doing that, then... yeah. I can put these guys on the little squishies. And that is the extent of my tactical planning. Ooh, we found a thing. Very nice. Okay. Ah! We're taking ability score damage. Alright. Please, everybody. Slay that thing. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Plague Storm. Okay, let's... Goodness. Ouch. Hold on. Vivian relies on her dexterity score. How much dex damage has my poor raptor taken? Ugh. Ouch. Okay, so only the 4, but still, that's rough. Okay, I've only taken 1 ability damage. Yeah, ooh. E. Rue is fine, not too surprised by that. Ouch! Nenio has some, but like comparatively not that much to begin with. Alright, well. I don't really want to rest again just yet, because then we'll hit Abyssal Corruption level 1. And that does not sound like a good day. Perception check failed. Oh no! Did everybody fail? Aha! I have a good perception. Nice. Okay, looks like that's the only thing in there.
Is there more?
Ooh, a fancy ring. Ravager of Dread. That's a very edgy name. Not surprising, given the skull on the front. Plus 4 morale bonus against confusion or fear effects. If the wearer fails a saving throw against such effect, after the effect ends, the wearer gets a +2 bonus on saving throws and +2 bonus on damage rolls until the end of the combat. Have I got anybody who isn't wearing 2 rings? Basically, Wendwog. Oh, and Old Brig. I'm gonna give it to Wendwog because I believe those are will saves. She can use the bonuses. Old Brig doesn't have the best will saves, but he's got better will saves than Wendu does. And frankly, Wendu hits harder. Or, well, hits more consistently, I guess I should say. Alright, this is a double pressure plate problem. Oh, and there's that thing. I don't know what that does, but I guess we'll find out.
Allow me.
Move on up there.
Everything has a price.
I don't know if it's a good idea to put my archers on these, because I have no idea what's about to happen. But...
Rely on me.
Aha! Oh, I guess we got the key. Okay, hold on. I have no idea where this is gonna take me. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is fine. Hear that noise? The Crusaders are already here. Let's go fend them off, or else this is the end of the Ivory Sanctum. Not so fast. The end of... English. Wow. The end of the Ivory Sanctum came a long time ago. Who are we going to defend it for? For Xanthier Vang and his idiot mages? For the defective demons they're breeding in the chambers that used to be ours? Fat chance. You're actually talking sense. Listen up, I know a safe place nearby. Let's haul up there, and when the Crusaders have swapped the Locust Lord, we'll come back here and put everything back the way it was before. Lady Jerabeth will take care of us. What are you all standing around for? Didn't you hear? We're under attack. The enemy's already here. Hurry up, get ready to mount a defense. Just look at these creeps. They've killed all our people, they've seized our land, and now they're squabbling over them at each other's throats. Vultures! Ulbrich spits in disgust. Alright, Jerabeth says, do it. Finally! Now you're all going to pay. Betrayal? The esteemed Xanthier the Plagued One will feed you to the locusts for this.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Alright. I'm gonna trust those guys to deal with their buddies. Oh, there's actually more of those guys than I thought. Amazing. Very nice. Excellent. Oh. Somebody's been battered.
Is there more?
Okay. Let's see. We got a big hammer. Too bad I don't have anybody who uses a big hammer.
It went splendidly.
These legends tell of the love affairs of Baphomet, who ravished not only mortals and demons, but also the goddess Lamashtu herself. Good for him, I guess? Alright, well. Is this the door out to the spooky area? It is not. It is a door to something else.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Okay, and it looks like we have another puzzle here. I kind of doubt it's going to use the same solution as the last one. Aha! There it is. Chamber Lord. 6-pointed star and a triangle. Okay. It's the first two. So we start with this. And then I guess I have to brute force it from here?
My legs are shaking.
Okay, I'd rather not brute force it from here. That kind of sucked.
Hey, Sela.
I'll help where I can.
Yes, please do. And give Cornenio some spot healing, because, Alright. Let's see. Okay. So... Six-pointed star and a triangle. Do we have any other clues? About what the answer to this might be? Or is it just gonna make me brute force it? Really hope it won't make me brute force it. Yeah, that's from Blackwater. Eh. I don't love that. Okay. So... Okay, so that's not even something that we can try to dodge with a reflex save. Okay. Technically, Ulbrig is our tankiest on account of having the most hit points. Oh, come on! I moved all the rest of us away! Okay, are there any other clues about what the code might be? Because there are so many ways, like there's so many potential combinations for this. Okay, maybe I just need these guys to be out of the room. If I move them out here, will they still take the damage? I can hope. I just would really rather only one person get smacked for having the wrong combination. Ah! Great! The moment where I change my tactic, or like the moment where I move everybody away to keep them safe is the moment where I actually get the combination right. Aha! And that is the thing we need for an Enio quest. Amazing. It is the circle. That's all we know. What's the other thing I picked up? Book of Carnage. The Evocation School? Sure. Because I think I've given given you evocation, haven't I? I think I have. I have. I think I've given you like evocation and illusion. Ones that I really focused Nenio on. The statue of Baphomet towers formidably above his unholy symbol, a minotaur head. Streaks of dried sacrificial blood can be seen at the base of the statue. Makes sense.
This experiment has gone awry.
Okay, we don't know. How did you fail that? Nenio. Really? You rolled a 4? Despite that, with all her bonuses, she got like a 23 on the check. Which is insane if you like me are used to D&D numbers. Alright, and we're back here. Apparently we lost some loot. Ah. Is that the direction I meant to go? No, that's the entrance. Apparently I did forget some loot over here, so we'll grab that. I'm lost! Where could there be another doorway? I can understand why this is a maze. Aha! Hold on, there's a thing over here. Come on, guys, come back. Come back. I done goofed. I have no idea where this is gonna lead me. Oh, well, maybe nowhere. No perception checks. Interesting. There's also an interesting space right here, but I'm gonna figure that's probably not a room, because there's plenty of those sorts of spaces. What am I missing? I remember having a difficult time with this last time, too. Yeah, that's just the box. I believe the secret door... Oh wait, this isn't... Nope, that is the bedroom. Secret door in the bedroom comes out there, but we can't unlock that until we're on the other side. None of those strike me as potential doors, and there's none of the, like, sight of a thing effect to tell me that any different. What am I missing? What am I missing? Alright. Yeah, because this is where we came in. Found our way through here, and then came back down to go through here. Came in here, through there, and then into there. Right, because there's not a door there. We looted that chest. There was that one shelf with a book on it that I clicked, and then it didn't really do anything. So maybe I come back into here and take a look. Now that I've disarmed that one stonefall trap, I think it should be safe. That's the remains of our campfire. This is where we took that rest. No, the secrets I found in here just unlocked the chest in the alcove. What am I missing? What? this place is indeed a maze. Now the thing is, like, they wouldn't lock. Oh. I'm a silly goober. I believe that's gonna be another trap. Yeah, so there's this door. And I was like, okay, I'll explore that in a second. And promptly forgot that there had been a door. Okay, nobody's giving me perception checks to tell me there's a problem. Guess we're fine. Well. It's okay, we're on track now. Oh dear. Alright. Yeah, we'll just focus in on them one at a time. Right, there's a whole thing with this that I'm gonna have to figure out in a second. Okay. Oh. I'd recognize bones like these anywhere. It was a griffin. No, more than one. Oh, what have these vermin done to you? For whatever reason, my laptop keeps turning off. It's fine. Alright. Alright. So... is a bit of a puzzle here. Stone lips appear on the golem's unmoving face and it loudly says, "Intruder detected. Hey, dragon, where have you gone? You'd better fly back here and fight as teacher Xanthir the Plate." Ow! The golem makes a noise like it has just been smacked upside the head. "As teacher Xanthir Vang ordered, or else your eggs will be destroyed." Oh. Oh. I don't think I pieced that together last time. That dragon that we fought in the tower. You know, the one that kicked our butts several times. This is that dragon. Okay. In unison, the golems swing their fists above the eggs on the ground. Ivory lets out a panicked screech. "Hey, stop that right now! There are dragonlings in there! They're almost ready to hatch!" These are woundworm eggs, and they look like they will soon hatch. Great, thank you, Ulbrich, for telling me something Ivory just told me. No! I love Azada! This was so much more difficult on Aeon. Baby dragons! Okay. Azada Mythic Path, wake the life slumbering in the eggs. I won't let you kill unborn dragons. Bye, little dragons! That was about my reaction when I saw Ivy for the first time too, by the way. The eggs tremble, cracks appearing on the shells, and tiny creatures that look like they're made from living fire burst out from within. They dart away, making funny little chirping sounds. The golems bring their fists down on the now empty shells. Na 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 na, Ivy calls, making faces at the golems. All assigned objectives have been completed. Planned deactivation. Golems slowly lower their hands and freeze like statues. That is so much simpler than the Aeon path. Jeez, why didn't I do Azada the first time? Yep. Bones gnawed by huge teeth and clumps of meat ripped by sharp claws lie scattered across the floor, the remnants of a repast for a large raging monster. Indeed. And the baby dragons flew toward the exit. That's going to be the way forward, but there is more yet to do in here. I am going to quick save though, because some of the fights in here are awful. Truly, truly awful. also, you know, trapped. Okay, no one's failing perception checks.
I finished here. Is there more?
What room is this? I truthfully don't remember. And I don't know whether or not to be concerned. There are some really difficult fights here. Where'd my notes go? Paper Muncher, you haven't seen them, have you? Come on, spit it out. My notebook's gone missing. I had it this morning and all I found was the chewed up cover lying next to Paper Muncher's bedroll. I couldn't let the enemy get its hands on the orders of the Great Xanther the Plagued One. I acted like a hero back at the Tower of Estrad. How can we hope to compete with that heroic feat, chewing a whole lot of documents? As a reward, Xanther the Plagued One is going to turn him into a bookworm that walks. Hey, who's there? We haven't finished our research yet. About that. Okay. I'm actually more concerned about the boomerangs because those things suck. Because Fireball is a very painful spell.
You should have listened to reason.
Deal with the thing.
This condition is irrational.
Sorry,
I dedicate
Nanyo.
my body to science.
Okay. It is your own fault you got up that close in combat. Actually, it's just the AI, but it's fine. Combat AI, whatever that is. Barding of Elder Beasts. I feel like that's a good item. We'll check on it in a second. Because that might be going to... Well, actually, I've got 3 that it could go to. It could be Harriet, Vivian, or Ivory. Okay. 12 armor class. +4 natural armor enhancement bonus to AC and a +3 bonus to combat maneuver bonus, guessing, against large and bigger enemies. Ooh. Please hold. See, Vivian is so dex-based, I don't know if that's going to be good for... Ivu can't use the heavy barding. But Harriet is strength-based, so that will work better, I think. And here... Oh, and apparently Ivu also can't use the medium barding. Interesting. Well... I guess that'll do. Also, hi there, Nenio. How about you drink, all my potions? That didn't do a lot.
No reason to pause.
Well, apparently, potions of cure serious wounds do about as much now as potions of light wounds did back in the day. Alright, that'll work. We'll throw down our last mass healing as well. Yeah. It'll do. Wait, these guys were talking about research. Maybe I should find out exactly what they were doing.
Require my unbiased opinion?
Let's finish the thought process here. That would be a great idea. Hello there, Mr. Telmer, is it? One of the cultists, a half-elf whose face has gone white with fear, seems familiar to you. In an anguished and yet apologetic voice, he says, I suppose you won't believe me if I tell you I was just passing by? Why do all these troubles befall poor Telmer? Maybe you could let me go and I will tell you what we were doing here? I have no desire to risk my life a second time to conceal Xanther's secrets. It seems the life of a cultist hasn't been working out for you. The half-elf nods sadly. You can say that again. When I was accepted into the cultists, I was promised power, might, and forbidden knowledge. And look where it's got me. Forced to look after some stinking infectious cauldrons. My hands are all covered with blisters now. I'm still getting grief over eating those letters. Still picking bits out from between my teeth, too. Bro, it's been months. How do you still have paper between your teeth? You poor soul. They call me Paper Muncher, when all I did was faithfully serve the Grey Xanther the Plagued One. Paying no heed to the danger to myself, I tried to hide from the enemy, meaning you, the secret correspondence of the Master. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting dialogue option. I'm gonna assume... I don't know. Interesting. Renounce the demons and try to live a righteous life. With a mistrustful look at you, the half-elf says, perhaps that's not a bad idea. I could turn to the good deities, become a follower of them. Maybe their priests won't make fun of me. They won't have heard about the time I tried to eat those letters. It's decided. Thank you for advice and farewell. Live a great life, Telvin. Carefully arrange tools and materials for building magical objects. They've clearly not been sitting idle. And that is all to do in this room. Alright. Onward! Oh, hello there. Get him! Very nice. Well done, everybody. Alright. Hold on. There we go. Everybody stop!
I will prove my worth. Yeah, Aru, you've done that a million times over. There's a reason you're in my party still. It's because you are the best. You save us on a regular basis. Okay. Ah, there's a lot of traps. Okay. Only you help me sway from my path.
This is Aru's job. Alright.
I'm glad I was useful to you. Something is not right here.
Ah, yes, there's that basin thingamabobber. Yes, there's always more. Apparently, this is a heavily trapped area. Oh my goodness. Gracious me. Alright. Okay, both of the triggers are open. Goodness.
I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was
That
useful
was a
to you.
surprising amount of nonsense for that. Okay. I'm gonna keep wandering down this way. I'll come back to that basin in just a second. Since what I said last time, I forgot to do something. It's fine. Okay.
Time to defend my dream.
Prophets of Baphomet. I don't know if this is a hard fight or not. I guess we'll find out. Oh, nope, never mind. Not too bad. For having such intimidating sounding names, these guys are not all that intimidating. At least not on this difficulty. Okay, I'm a little wary about pushing strange buttons in the hallways. Just because I haven't the faintest clue what it will do. And that's a little unnerving. More traps. Ah, there's a... Oh. Ah, there's a sparkle noise. Okay. Arushale! I hope so. I require your assistance.
I finished here.
Thank you! Okay, we're gonna go get the sanctification. Okay, I guess not. Hold on.
Things never cease.
Indeed. I feel that right now.
I finished here. This trophy shield once belonged to an unknown paladin of Iomade. It has several holes and is partially covered in rust, but it still radiates the holy aura of its previous owner. Phew. Armor of fallen paladins, the once gleaming symbols of good deities, have been defaced and befouled. So this is the storage room they were talking about. Cryptic note. There's no body, no weight, no scent, no sound. 5 transparent fingers squeeze the tree. A group of 6 came before, grasping at its treasure. Only half of them left the place alive. Portraits of crusaders who switched to the demon's side. Paintings are lying in disarray, and many of them are damaged. That cryptic note is indeed cryptic. Let's come back to it real quick. A group of 6 came before, grasping at its treasure. Only half of them left the place alive. So, technically, we are a group of 6. 5 transparent fingers is the tree. Interesting. I would be very interested to try and figure out what that goes to later. Leave that basin there too. You know the basins do something, but as I recall, it leads into a very difficult fight. Oh crap. Everybody run! Run, 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 run. Somebody's gonna die. Oh jeez. Okay, so, I think I screwed up. Oh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Ulbrich died. Jeez, I'm just trying to scroll back in here. Ouch. Ivory spotted a trap, and then we promptly triggered it. Ouch. Oh, that was rough. Jeez. Okay, so Ivu died, Benio and Bismuth died, Ulbrich died, and I almost died. That was eventful. Okay, well,
Please, allow me. I'm glad I was useful to you.
we're gonna need to find somewhere to rest. It's a good thing I didn't activate any of the basins, eh?
Time to rob them of their treasures.
Okay. This is where I'm very grateful to play on easy.
I finished here. Is there more?
Oh, there probably will be, Uru. There probably will be. Yeah, I'm a little worried about what that mysterious button does. Not pushing it. Not. Oh no! No, 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 no! Everybody run! We're gonna die. This is fine. It's fine. Oh, never mind. We might be fine. Goodness! Ivu, could you spot the trap a little sooner, my friend?
That's easy.
Goodness, we probably ought to rest. but it's fine. It's fine. Fine.
I finished here. Is there more?
I have a suspicion I know what this door is.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Yeah, that's what that door is. We're not going in there yet. Okay. Bye. We'll come back for that. That's one of the hardest fights in the Ivory Sanctum. I don't know why we're still exploring when half our party is on extremely low health. Maybe I'm just looking for open spaces in which we can rest. Okay, nobody's seeing any traps? Ah, and there's the last basin. Epic. I'm really hoping that once you trigger the boulder traps, that's the end of them. Which would be awkward otherwise.
Precisely.
Alright. We need to rest. Sela, I need you to succeed on this check. It's only a 12 or higher, I know you can do it. We need to succeed on this check so we don't get our level 1 corruption. Because that would be rough. Okay? Don't break this. Do you know what we used to do with witches like you? Lock them up in Threshold and throw away the key. We'll break. I wonder, do you perceive a logical connection between this deplorable custom and the subsequent demise of the country in which it was practiced? Threshold. I think that might be one of the first things we've heard about Threshold so far. No! Sela succeeded on the check, and yet. Also, 2 days of resting. I'm wondering if maybe that's what the glowing croissant is for, is it makes it so you don't have to rest as long. Ugh.
We will win this war.
Well, Sela, you did not quite weaken the corruption enough. Alright. We're gonna go activate all the basins first. We'll come back to that room. That room is a pain. That is one of the few things I do remember about the Ivory Sanctum, is that room is a pain.
I'm gonna rip them in half.
Oh dear. Oh no! Guys, stop running! That's pointless. Ow. Okay. Nobody run down the wrong way. That would be very bad. Bismuth, stop right there, Bismuth. Bismuth, thank you. We're not going down that road. Ouch. Sorry, Elbrig. Right, those things have fear effects. Okay. Sela! We require your assistance.
No reason to pause.
Do it again. Okay, now we can spot check. Okay. Amazing. Oh. Should Ulbrich be in his human form to be healed? Because it would take fewer hit points of healing to get him up the same amount. I guess I don't know. Interesting.
Did the world just forget me?
I guess I don't know. Interesting. Alright. Now, I need to know, I'll push the scary button. Oh, actually, hold on. Because this symbol in the middle glowed. I guess I don't know what that does. Interesting. Interessante. Alright. Let's come back around to here. We're gonna fight another Eternal Guardian, which will be great. Now that I know how this works. Also,
Oh, yes, what?
Nenio, precast haste, would ya? There he is. We're missing quite a bit. That's a new war cry, Seela.
Okay, that went way better.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, yep, that's done. Now, was there another mysterious button over here?
Watch your back.
There was not. Where was the other mysterious button? Ah, it was right there. Okay. I guess I don't know what those do. Alright, where's the last base? Let's go. And how long is this haste gonna last? Only 30 seconds. Okay, but 30 seconds is enough for several rounds of combat.
Do not fear. Do not
Get it!
Vision blurring?
Sorry, Nenyo. Hey, Wendwog, come back. Come back. Oh, well.
my blade.
Hey, guys. It's a good thing we deactivated all the traps on the way in. They very well could have brought boulders down on their heads. Just not a very healthy thing to do.
A bright
Wouldn't you
future
agree?
awaits us.
Alright. Yeah, let's get Nenio up a bit. Goodness, Nenio, you're very squishy, my friend. Alrighty. Last ridiculously difficult fight. Of the interior of the Sanctum.
Because the fight with Xanther is quite difficult as well.
Maybe I should have brought Sociel with me. Because he has quite a bit of healing, and that could be useful. Because, like, Seela has good healing, but it only lasts a few encounters. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get him! Great. Well done, everybody. We're not activating any of that stuff yet.
I finished here. Is there more?
Okay.
We're gonna quick save because this is
Oh, I don't like this fight. Also, there's another puzzle. Light Shield of Cursed Allegiance. Whenever an ally adjacent to the shield's wielder is attacked, the enemy must pass a will saving throw against this curse to suffer a -3 attack penalty on the next attack roll. So, Seela, I think that's going to be better for you than the Shield Bash one. Oh yeah, it will. It gives you better AC as well. And you usually have allies adjacent to you. Right. That works for me. There's another one of these puzzles. I don't know what this one does. Alright. Quick save again. Because I'm paranoid. This is fine. Okay.
I do things my way.
We're gonna put my archers
I'm always open
back
to
here. Bismuth is gonna fall down so fast. Alright, now. Old rig could go there.
Rely on me.
Sela, I need you to go stand by. Sela!
We will win this
I need you to go
war.
stand by Old rig.
Where do you want me?
Right by Sela. Thank you for asking. Okay. Ivory. Basically, I need all my close combat friends to hurry in there just as quick as they can. Ah, Vivian, stop. Vivian, stop. Viv, go there. Bismuth, you get to stand on the other pressure plate. That seems to have done nothing. Okay. So the first puzzle went something like that. The second puzzle went something like that. I don't know. Is there a clue in here? Did I pick up a clue without realizing it? That's the original one. That's the second one. 5. I wonder if maybe this is the clue? Little scared to try. Just because I know what happened last time I got one wrong. Just gonna quickly scan through all of our notes and letters just in case. Don't think. I don't know. And that scares me. Okay, yeah, so that one definitely doesn't go here. That one doesn't go there. We have no clue. We have no clue. That jump scared me. Okay. Ow. I get the feeling that opening this up is the only way to get this door open. I'm gonna Google it. I'm Googling. So I don't know what the answer is. Truly do not know. Okay. Wrath of the Righteous. Mimic. Room. Muscle. Yeah, it's a pretty common Google, it seems. Okay. What I really want to know is how you're supposed to solve this puzzle. Okay. Okay, so maybe that note I was looking at is the solution. Hold on. Because this says that the solution is 0563, and I got the 563 part. Oh, no body, no weight, no scent, no sound. That's the 0563. Oh, okay, so I was 3/4 of the way right. And now we get to fight. Woo! Okay. So this Eternal Guardian, all the advice says you gotta lure him out of this room because there's a thing that's like this big that continuously heals it. Man, I really want to rest first. But also Abyssal Corruption. But also, depending on what the numbers are, we're just barely into the first level. Resting again might not take us to the second. So you might as well rest. We're out of ingredients for seasoned wings and thighs. Seela, you had better succeed at this check. Otherwise our lives will be rough. Some cooking bonus to attack rolls for a day. Useful. Damage rolls. Skill checks. Movement speed. Alright, I'll take a +1 bonus to attack rolls. That seems useful. And again, Seela, you had better succeed. Please.
My efforts to identify and record paladin curse words. Hey, paladin girl, I covered your armor with soot again, and I slashed your cloak and spat in your soup. Well, I think it was your soup. I can't be 100% certain.
Nenio.
Nenio, fine, but just for you. Are you listening? Are you ready? Bullshit. Feel better now?
Oh, goodness. They have a little bit of a sister's energy going on there. Which makes sense given Seela's personality, but still, that's...
Together, we stand.
That's actually really funny. Okay. So somehow we gotta lure this nerd out of the room.
Meditation is a waste of time. You are my favorite aide.
Alright, actually. Hold on, Nenio, I really need to know how long your haste spell lasts, because that's one of the more useful ones. 1 round per level, and we are level 14. So if we do some math, that's a bit over a minute. It's actually close to 2 minutes. Okay, so we were messing with builds a little while ago with some of the chatters. And I think I'm beginning to understand how some of those builds work, because like this haste spell lasts for a bit over a minute, but there are certain feats and meta magics you can take that will make them last 24 hours, which could be very handy because then I could just have haste constantly. I think I'm beginning to understand how builds work. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, like, maybe in my next run, I try and build a character. Not necessarily my character, but just one of the party members purely for buffing. And try and experiment with that a little bit. Okay. Bismuth, you're disposable. Hate to say it, but it's true. People say that it's possible to lure this Eternal Guardian out of this room. I don't know.
Anything new?
Okay. Denia, you are going to cast Haste, centered on Sela. Bismuth, you're gonna do that. Actually, maybe wait for just a second, Bismuth. Okay, great. Now Bismuth can do that. The rest of us are gonna
Stay on your toes.
back up slightly. Remains of the Minotaur have been carefully dismembered and carved with profane runes, similar to a ritual sacrifice. So if we loot, there he is. Bismuth, run! Okay. Try and lure this thing out, would you? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, we gotta get him out of his healing field. There he is. Come on. Okay, come on. Move, move, move. Get him! Get him while he's here. Go! Don't let him get back in there. Yes, he is outside the zone. Guys, guys. Oh, hey, it worked! It worked! Yes! Yes, that was so much less painful than last time. I don't know why, but the first time around when I did this, he would not come out. He just straight up refused to come out. It was crazy. This damaged coat can now be worn only as a cloak and only by a non-evil aligned creature. This cloak is worn by a character with no levels in duelist class. Such a character will get the precise strike ability. If this cloak is worn by a duelist, she gets a +4 competence bonus to attack rolls while parrying. Precise strike now adds 1.5 over duelist level as a bonus to her damage rolls. It allows the wearer to cast a Sacred Nimbus spell 3 times per day as a 9th level cleric. Duelist gains the ability to strike precisely with a light or one-handed piercing weapon, adding a quarter of her level as a bonus to her damage rolls. Interesting. That's not really good for anybody in our party, I don't think. It's very interesting. Maybe I need to do a run with a duelist at some point.
No reason to
Okay,
pause.
you're still mounted. That's good. You know, Bismuth is expendable. Bismuth is very expendable. Okay! Great! We've done the whole of the indoor portion. We can't rest again without being forced to take more abyssal corruption than we want. So I guess it's time to just go deal with Xanthir. That's probably not going to be a fun fight. Given how all of the fights I thought were not going to be fun went better than I expected. The Xanthir fight might suck for karma purposes. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I guess we'll see. When the rest of the party arrives, that is. Also, I'm going to quick save here before we go out, just in case. We still have so much experience to get before we can level up again. Tragedy. Alright. There we go. We'll see how this works. Oh wait, I was supposed to quick save. Oh dear. Well. Look at me saying I'll do something and promptly forgetting. It's fine. 'Tis fine. We'll see how this goes. love how, as the Azada, I can come to the Ivory Sanctum early, and when I get here, I even have little halfling friends to come help me out in one of the earlier trash fights. But so far, they've only showed up the once. Quick save. I'm gonna quick save now while I'm still thinking about it. Alright, here we go. Nicely done, everybody.
Cover me.
Get them! Okay, so I'm beginning to think Bismuth actually does way more good as a frontliner than carrying Nenio around. Give me all the loot!
Careful now.
Cutscene! Okay. That's a lot of things. It's not too bad though, until you realize that there's another wave. I remember seeing this for the first time and being so intimidated by it. Which, admittedly, I think that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be intimidated by all this. This is very much the kind of thing that's meant to be an oh crap kind of moment. Especially since all the ones on this side have been augmented. Well, actually, a lot of them on both sides have, but... that's okay. The demons land on the rock with one heavy thud after another, the sounds merging into an unending barrage. More and more fiends appear around you. Many of them are twitching, convulsing, their heads rolling on their necks like they've been stunned. Their disgusting flesh bursts open before your eyes, and strange crystals grow from the wounds. Why am I here at this hour? 'Cause it's morning for me, and I don't have work at the moment, and so I just decided I wanted to play a game. It's simple as that. So, and also I didn't stream yesterday because it was kind of busy, so. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of hard fights in the Ivory Sanctum. So yeah, inconsistent streaming schedule, and I decided I wanted to do something fun, so. At least on my Aeon run, people showed up to help me. Oh, maybe this is why. It's because there's an Aeon mythic path thing. I guess we'll see. A well-built female cultist gives you a mocking salute. How goes it, Crusader? Don't you feel a little out of your depth here? While you were wandering around the Sanctum looking for the thing that makes the demons stronger, Xanther the Plagued One gathered up all the fiends he could find and performed the ritual on all of them. He was in haste and didn't take proper care, so a few of the demons died in the process. But it makes no difference. Even you with your power stand no chance against this army. Should I be cocky? Don't start celebrating before the fight's even won. You wouldn't want to embarrass yourself. I chose my moment well. It's a foregone conclusion. Oh no, skittish bootstraps. It looks like we're done for. This fearsome horde's going to overwhelm us at any moment. I'm so afraid I can barely stand or hold my sword. Sela barks a laugh, piercing the cultist with a glare. I actually wasn't expecting her to say that. Pretty sure all paths get help. It wouldn't surprise me, but I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I
got surprised by the baby dragons. I was able to hatch them, and that was very exciting, so. Not afraid, Paladin. You should be. Where's your light? All I see is the darkness closing in. Okay, yeah, we're good. The cultists' words are drowned out by the resounding call of a war horn. Dismay ripples through the demon host, and a moment later, everything around you is filled with blinding light. To be fair, I was just wondering about the fact that my, the people in my Free Crusaders army from my court weren't showing up. So, maybe it's them? I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. Oh, it's because it's the Hand of the Inheritor. That makes sense. At least I think it is. Okay.
In the name of Iomedae,
Yeah.
I say to you fiends, flee, for you will find no mercy here.
Mr. Hand of the Inheritor.
Forge onward to your enemy, champion, and have no fear. The warriors of heaven will keep the monsters from your back.
Okay, cool. One thing I will note that seems a bit odd, because I remember it being this guy last time at the Aeon run as well. Does he also show up if you do a demon or lich run? And if so, why? Is it purely just because you're the best asset Iomedae has against the demons at that point? But then in Act 5, Iomedae tells you off if you're not an angel, so I really don't know. I'll have to play through one of those mythic paths at some point and try to get a sense for
Hand of the Inheritor.
plot, I guess, right?
You'll answer for this some other time.
That's kind of, yeah. Plot, I guess, is the best answer. I just really hope that there's a good explanation for it. That's my only hope. Let there be a good explanation. Okay. Sure. I'm probably gonna have everybody focus on this distorted mythic rock first. And make sure Ulbrig's doing that so he can get his full attack. Just because I anticipate this one being the hardest enemy to beat, and if I can get it out of the way first, life will be significantly easier. Oh dear. Okay, only Bismuth is actually downed. It looks like we're getting some opportunity attacks. Great, we dealt with the frog. Amazing, the dretches disappeared in there somewhere. I don't know where they went. Oh, they're milling around back there. Those poor dretches. Come here, little guys. Oh, never mind. Hey guys, let's not run into a fight we're not prepared for yet. Or, you know, maybe we do and... Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize there was a passageway there. Interesting.
A bright future awaits.
Okay, Sela, let's top up our health. Salaloo. Oh. Oh, poor Bismuth didn't get healed because he wasn't close enough. That's okay.
I will help where I can.
Again, Bismuth is expendable. Ah, Sela's doing her silly horse thing. That's fine. Like, where is she? She's not on her horse. No, she is. She's just half into it. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. One more really hard fight. It's gonna be fine. I don't know if I still have my Swarm Fighter goggle things. Because
Yes, I forgot that you have to fight a bunch of swarms in here. Could check. Oh! Oh, we have a helmet. Or a rage effect. I don't have anything that gives a rage effect, unfortunately. Interesting. Okay, it's enemies fast fortitude saving throw overcome burrow with piercing damage for 2 rounds. That's useful given we have a bunch of archers for piercing damage. Alright. I don't think I'm in love with any of that gear and want to put it on, and we don't have any Swarmbane clasps. Probably because I sold them both because I forgot that we were going to have to deal with Xanther. Okay. So, okay. Nobody has outright ability score damage. That's just the Abyssal Corruption. Demon Plague, though. Ouch, Ulbrig. That's a rough day for you, buddy. Okay. Quick save one more time, just in case. There he is.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I require your haste spell.
Bow down.
Okay, now we get closer. Blade Barrier goes crazy here. Good to know. I think I've got a scroll of it, actually. I might be able to use that. I'll have to use it once combat starts, though. A figure in a loose hooded robe stands facing away from you, hands raised in the air. I have given you the gift of strength. Arise and fight in the name of Discari, of Baphomet, of whomever you please. I command you, defend my laboratory. I totally changed the voice I was using for him earlier. You need like 5? I don't know if I have that many. Well, we'll use what I have. Fools! Feckless, useless morons. I'm surrounded by idiots. What have I done to deserve this? What crime have I committed that the universe would punish me so? He shouts and calls them names and thinks that will make them listen to him. Very good observation, Ivory. Mr. Storm that walks, may I ask you a question in the interests of science? Aren't locusts generally afraid of sparrows? In your position, I would have thought it more sensible to turn into a flock of sparrows, but then you'd have to worry about cats. Don't care to comment? Nenio sighs. The best part of Blade Barrier is you can drop multiple. Ah, so then when they get close, you just cut them to pieces, basically. I don't like this one. He reminds me of the bladesmith who tortured me. He was an arrogant swine too, but he never berated and yelled at folk. No, he spoke so softly, so deliberately, every word dripping with venom. Hello, Xanther. Having problems with the help? The figure in the hooded robe slowly turns around. Its face and hands are a writhing mass of locusts. If you listen closely, you can hear the rhythmic grasping of little feet and wings rubbing against each other. Your taunting words only serve to reveal your ignorance. Imbeciles swell the ranks of demons and crusaders alike. As commander of the crusade, you've crossed paths with such fools more than once, no doubt. Tell me, how do you stand them all? Xanther falls silent momentarily, during which time the rustling of the locusts under the cloak becomes even more prominent. Bloodseeker can turn into a crow swarm? So if I wanted to, there could be a reference there. You are all primitive apes, cavorting about the world wound in rise English hard today, in futile attempts to wipe each other out. Oh, how I loathe you all. I despise my idiot students who cannot even take a single step without an order from me. I despise demons, self-satisfied imbeciles who prefer to tear hunks of flesh from each other than carry out my instructions. I despise Discari and Baphomet for forcing me to work with them. The chittering of the locusts grows louder, sounding threatening. I despise you, Vandal! You came into my laboratory, smashing up my specimens and interfering with my work. Away with you! Get out, now! No thanks. I think not. Okay, let me see. Let me check my scrolls. I have 1 scroll of Blade Barrier. And it requires a skill check. But I'm gonna guess it's a use magic device skill check, which I think Nenio will do fine with. Okay, so with my 1 scroll of Blade Barrier, Oh, I can't remove it in combat. Awkward. Maybe just lose. Ah, pipe fox? That's okay. We can put the pipe fox back later. Okay. Target point within medium range. So, being a swarm is OP. Bloodseeker's even more since it's undead. Interesting. Creeping Doom is the best summon in the game. Ooh. That's cool. Okay, so if I take this, it says it's a target point within range. So do I put this on one of my people or on Xanthir? It doesn't say who it's meant for. The blade barrier part makes me think that I put it on one of us. It's a line across the screen. Okay. So like if I start it here, then I could go across like that. Okay. I don't know if that worked, but we'll see. I see. Okay, guys, maybe don't run through that. Guys, stop it. I see why you would need 5 or 6 of them.
Guide my hand.
I sense a great deal of nonsense.
Make your peace.
Poor Vivian. There's a dragon in there? Okay, guys, please deal with this Xanthir fellow. Hello? What's happening in there? I didn't understand what it did, it's fine. Oh, I think I dealt with Xanthir. We're probably all gonna die, but it's fine. I quick saved before we began, particularly so I could experiment. Okay, cool. I'm gonna reload. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. And thus my education in spellcasting begins. Okay, so I think next time I do the blade barrier, I think I will stack it on top of Xanthir, and we'll try this over again. Okay.
Are we ready to move out?
I'm ready for you to cast haste. As per usual. Okay. Oh. No, Nenio! That's awkward. Try again. Thank you. Alright. Maybe use spells to push them through. Yeah. Well, I noticed somebody had something that pushed Xanthir back last time. So I'm thinking, if that happens again, I don't know what did it. Like Battering Blast. Okay. I don't know exactly what did it. If we can figure that out. Also, hold on. So I can make everybody hold. Okay. Hold on here. Bit. And I will center it on Xanthir. Okay, he heals, so that's fun. Also, I feel like that spell did not actually end up going through, which is awkward. And then you has Battering Blast. You also have Bull Rush Combat Maneuver. Okay. Cool. See you, Wendu. Everybody's running! Okay, it looks like we got him. All those summons are disappearing. Now we're just gonna have a bunch of swarms to deal with. Okay. Goodness, everybody's very scattered here. Awkward.
I did not predict so much splatter.
Thank you. Apparently Nenio crit. I have no idea what's happening here. Oh, I have to cast it on the ground. Okay. Hence why it's centered on a point within range. Alright. This does seem to be going less poorly this time, though. Okay.
I will resist.
Come on, guys, do something useful. Squish the bugs. Okay, great.
This condition is irrational.
Yes, Nenio, I know, you're squishy. Squishy wizard vibes. It's just a part of life.
Vision blurring, legs are shaking, peculiar.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die. Maybe I should look at what spells you have and actually use some of them. That could be useful. Oh! I didn't remember I had that. I should have used so many of these things. We'll see if she has time to cast it before she gets poofed.
I dedicate my body to
She did not indeed have time to cast it. Okay. So far, nobody else is dead yet. A couple are getting close. We'll see how this goes. It looks like there's only 2 swarms left. Get him! Wait a minute. Did I just see a dog? Wait a minute.
Desna, guide my hand.
Is somebody polymorphed at the moment? I'm a little confused. I could have sworn I saw a dog. Well,
Jab their backs.
I don't think it was with perfect tactics. It probably would not work on a higher difficulty, but we do seem to have succeeded. Defeated, Xanthier drops to his knees. For a few drawn-out seconds, all you can hear is the rustling of the locust shifting under his robe, the sound suddenly morphing into rasping, unnatural laughter. Who could have predicted that a vandal, my enemy and the enemy of my masters, would be the one to rid me of my excruciating servitude? You are an unforeseen, unknown quantity that has solved the impossible equation. Such an elegantly simple solution to all my problems. The eerie laughter dies away as quickly as it came. You also see a dog. I'm glad I'm not crazy. I might have to check on Vivian in a second. Xanthier lifts his head and looks out at you from his locust swarm face. You have earned a reward. I know why you are here and what you seek. You destroyed my laboratory, stood in the way of science, and halted my demon transformation experiments. But I doubt you know the source of the Nihindrian crystals necessary for the process. I will show you the path to the truth, Vandal. But first, you must answer two of my questions. Ask your questions. Name the location of my laboratory before I was forced to relocate to the inhospitable Ivory Sanctum. Dresden, I think, if I remember correctly. Correct. Did you know that, or did you simply guess? It's of no consequence either way. And now answer me this. Why was my laboratory located there specifically? Why was Dresden chosen for my residence in the Worldwood? Presumably because that's where the Nihindrian crystals were being sent. Oh, that sweet moment of insight. The moment when the final layers shrouding the mystery suddenly fall away. The locusts beneath Xanther's hood chirruped derisively. I have been acquiring and continue to acquire Nihindrian crystals from the rift in the Midnight Fane, a shrine located deep below Dresden. What I want to know is why he's giving me this information, but the entrance to it is located right in the heart of the city. It is sealed by a barrier created by Aurilu Vorlesh herself, and later disguised with the symbol of your own precious Iomedae. Xanther steels himself and slowly stands. What is it like to realize that the enemy has all this time been concealed in the bowels of your very own fortress? Don't bother answering, it was a rhetorical question. Now, let us finish this, Vandal. End my existence and free me from the burden of carrying out the orders of idiot masters and offending my eyes with the sight of their feckless followers. Okay, I'm just gonna click through this dialogue. He's happy to talk to someone who isn't dumb. Yeah, you know, I can understand that. I'm sure it's nice to have someone who understands the points you're making without requiring every tiny detail to be explained. I'm gonna click through the dialogue. I don't want to read it all out loud right now. Midnight Fane. The Abyss Material Plane meet. Makes sense. They don't want to reveal the Midnight Fane. What are Nihindrian crystals? He doesn't actually know what they are, he just knows they have power. Or at least he's not going to tell me what they actually are. Are you that eager to die? Yeah, he's very, very happy to talk to someone who isn't dumb. Alright, who are you? Higher being. Alright, I don't really care to ask those questions because I'm not doing Swarm. Okay, Rilu's his mentor. Daniel likes that. So, Scylla does not. What can you tell me about Jerabith? Troublesome gnat who thinks herself the queen of this dung heap. Hates me for usurping her in the Sanctum, but doesn't dare go against the order of Baphomet and his daughter Hepzibah. Alright. Goodbye. Oh! Ivu is a dog right now. Can't attack. Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores equal to 1. Oh. Poor Ivu. Okay, let me see if I have a remove curse spell on hand. Break enchantment. Blindness. Lesser restoration. Info. Okay. Only works on spells of 5th level or lower. So I guess what that means is Baleful is one of the most OP spells. Magic Deceiver lets you AoE it. Ooh. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to do a full-on spellcaster build that can actually make use of some of this cool stuff. I need to know is what spell level Baleful Polymorph is. Because if it's 5th level or higher, then Ivory is just toast. It is 5th. Okay. Double check. 5th level or lower. Okay. Alright, Nenio.
Open to ideas.
Don't screw this up. Thank you. Excellent. Well done. Ivu is okay. Now take your pipe fox back. Okay. Cool. I'm glad that worked.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
A falchion. Okay. Hi guys, I need some of you to move out of the way, please. Alright. Take a look at that falchion in just a second. Maybe it's something useful. Never know. Diary of a student of the Great Xanthir the Plagued One. Interesting. Interesting. So in other words, even the students felt dumb next to their master. Those poor souls. Alrighty. Sarcophagus with a tight-fitting lid. It looks like it is getting regular use, but you don't quite understand how. This old brick failed. Can I try? I also have good nature. Nope, apparently when one person fails, we all fail. Polymorph spells are good early for martials, not to be confused with Baleful Polymorph or Beast Shape. Right, well, yeah, it makes sense, because the Baleful part is going to be the clue that, you know, maybe it's not a good spell to get hit with. Because Polymorph is basically like other person-induced wild shape. As far as I can tell. Okay. Oh, we forgot one bit of loot. Hold on. Let's go back. You turn Ivu into a dragon. You know, without the context that it's probably a more powerful dragon, it does seem a little redundant. Well, I think that's everything we have to do here. We survived! Okay. I'm gonna get something to drink. Hold on a second. Hydration is important. Okay. Oh, we gotta return to Jerebeth. Oh, hold on. I guess the question then is, where is she? Unless she's... Well, why would it have us come out in the bedroom if she wasn't in there? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm glad I checked that. It also works on everyone else, and Dragonkind gives 6 attacks. Ooh. That's very exciting. Still so much experience to go. Aha, there she is. Hello. We have gotten our butts kicked for you. Are you satisfied? You discovered Jerabeth engrossed in a task. She was holding a locust between two delicate clawed fingers, one of the locusts that previously comprised Xanther Vang, and you watch as she slowly pushes a needle into its body. The demon observes the locust's convulsions with fascination. This will require a lot of work to preserve this beauty. See, using another living being in one way or another, that is the highest form of compassion possible for us demons. To coexist with others we like and to take pleasure in it is simply beyond our capabilities. I beg to differ, Uru. At least in your case, you're not fully demon anymore. You did as you promised, Crusader, but you do know that making deals with demons is a losing game, yes? Lucky for you, I enjoy playing mortals so much that I will keep up the act and fulfill my part of the bargain. Ask me a question. I will answer. Okay. I am tempted to attack, but also we're kind of battered at the moment. Polymorph effects trigger Master Shapeshifter for +4 if you take the Mythic. Ooh. That's cool. Alright. Tell me everything you know about Nahindrian crystals and the ritual that is being used to enhance the demons. Oh, I can tell you a lot about that. I've gone through the ritual myself. When I return to the Abyss, I will destroy the memory, that feeling of incredible helplessness and pain, horrifying pain. The crystal is not like an ordinary magic potion you may have encountered before. It changes a demon's very essence, their soul, if you like. It changes you entirely. And a brown fur gives another +4 at level 20. Ooh. But you're hardly interested in my trials and tribulations. Listen, the crystals are brought here directly from the Abyss, from the Midnight Isles, the realm of Lady Nocticula, with her permission and approval. Hapsamira, the daughter of Lord Baphomet, oversees the shipments herself. Xanther has always been in charge of the transformations, but he was not the one who devised the ritual or discovered the crystal's properties. The architect taught him that. She, Arielu Vordlesh, is unbearably arrogant. She thinks she has the right to push real demons around. So don't think that you've solved this problem for good. Sooner or later, Arielu will share the secret of the ritual with another, and demons more powerful than you will inundate the lands of the Worldwound once more. I promised to answer your question, and I did. Now the only thing standing between me and control of the Ivory Sanctum is you. Hey, look at that. That's convenient. She wants to fight us. I also want to fight her. Only thing is we're a little... Well, yeah. Ciela, that's your job. Please help us. Preferably before you get smacked. Ciela? Oh, Ciela's against us for the moment. Oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate. You good there, Ciela? Sorry we had to knock you down a bit. Alrighty.
Rely on me.
So you're supposed to do that at the beginning of combat, but it's fine. Wow, we got beat up a bit. Okay. Now we're done. Okay, seeking you shall find Zenedra. Okay. Dresden. Interesting. Okay. I don't know exactly why I care about Zenedra, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And it did say she fled the Ivory Sanctum, right? Flee the battle at the Ivory Sanctum. I'm gonna guess she's not in here anymore. That seems like a reasonable assumption. I just had the thought. Our party's been in here for like a week in-game. There's probably demon armies running amok. Oh yay. We get to do the battle screen again. Alright. Let's get out of here. I don't know, there's something funny about Vivian, Ulbrig, and Ivory just being trotting along in a row. Hey guys, you couldn't have come to help me with Xanthir Fang? Fang? Vang. There's a V. It was a surprisingly difficult name to say. Okay, well. Amazing. We get to go back to Dresden, take a nap. But before we get to take a nap, the game's probably going to force me into a discussion about the Midnight Fane. Oh. What? On Earth? What's that? Oh, it's the Demon Plague. I'm slightly confused. Was it the Demon Plague? What was that? What the heck? I'm immensely confused. Alright. Well. Let's get out of here. The red symbol? Oh, it's our abyssal corruption. Interesting. Consecutive saves. Check Nenio? Okay, I'll do that. As soon as this finishes loading, I shall do that. Oh, I did already? Okay, so it is the abyssal corruption. Alright, that makes sense. It's unfortunate, but it makes sense. Oh! Okay. Sorry, soldiers, I did it again. I left for a week, and now there's an army on you. Ugh. Okay. So I've been learning some things about spellcaster generals. Since she only has 2 effects. Okay. Aha! Okay. This is not the army I would have wanted to face these guys with. 'Tis fine. 'Tis fine. Oh dear. Well, there goes that. Excuse me. What happened to my rangers? Oh, they've been succubied. I have some concerns. Well, I'd hoped that would do a little bit more, but that's okay. This is gonna end poorly. I mean, we're not quite at our infirmary limit yet. We might be okay. But I kind of doubt it. Please finish those things off. Thank you. Now we only have several hundred soldiers to defeat. With nowhere near several hundred of our own. That's not good. When it defeats one army, will it go to the next one in Dresden? Yeah, probably wise. Aha! I still don't have high hopes for this battle, but... I really need these horsemen gone. I'll heal these guys again. Okay, we can deal with that. Thank goodness. To run out of spells. Blue shield. Shield. Oh, there is a thing. I did not see that thing. What is this? Oh, I didn't know I had that. Thank you. beginning to run out of spells, but it's fine. This is fine. Come on, guys, we only have to deal with 116 more of them. My poor general is carrying the team here. I still kind of predict we'll lose this battle, but... you never know, maybe not. If our last two Scorching Rays do enough, we might be okay. Alright, Mr. General, the rest of this is on you. Or, you know, not. Won't lose, but it's gonna suck. There we go. That. That was an unfortunate battle. Alright. Well. We survived. Approximately. There's someone on the road. Oh, right. Hold on, I've got an army I've got to deal with. Maybe I should have thought this through beforehand. Because it's going to force me into talking to people. Tis fine. Oh. Never mind. Excuse me, I teleported. The elf before you, who is seated on the ground seemingly out of sheer exhaustion, looks at you in surprise. You are the commander, correct? It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. I am Foreign Autumn Haze, a dark hunter from Kyonin. I found myself in a predicament, and I would greatly appreciate your help. Need to doom stack so my stacks aren't destroyed and you can heal. Yeah, I've been trying to do that with that army. My really strong army does have that, but I haven't had enough of the units in the other armies for that. They're, like, those are my weaker armies that I try to build up. And, my big army was apparently not in Dresden for that fight. You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. A belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Foreign has lost a lot of blood. Judging by the pool around his boot, he should have collapsed into unconsciousness long ago. He must be a truly resilient fighter. So much blood. He should have lost all strength and collapsed by now. How odd. Is he really that strong? Foreign's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. I find this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted. An elf seems to have appeared out of thin air. She shoots Foreign a hateful glare. This is a trap. Foreign is an assassin of the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Grabbing his weapon, Foreign shouts out forcefully, and watch out! She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. A trap? What are you talking about? His wound is just for show. He's unharmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. Kaylessa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. Foreign chuckles coldly. An ambush? Who is lying to us, her or our own eyes? Why would Foreign want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. As for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Thorn mutters, his face scrunched up in contempt. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit, accursed witch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. She gives you a stony look. Or do you think that, since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? Oh, I believe Kaelessa. Thorn, your deception ends here. Ta-da! Thorn rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. That is a shame. If you had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Thorn nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Who do you really serve? Thorn's voice is full of pride. I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Kaelessa's words are cold and biting. Liar. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. You will pay for your deception, elf. Thorn addresses you in a calm, somewhat sorrowful manner. I'm sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order, but circumstances are stronger than our desires. Alright, so we got a fencer, mage, another fencer, 2 more mages. Okay. Let's get the mage with you. Seela, you're gonna charge him. Wendwag can't charge. Because she is fatigued. Seela is not. I understand. Okay, Wendwag, you're gonna go over there. Enio, I hope your initiative is good enough for this. You're going to cast haste. But if not everybody ends up hasted, that's okay.
Make your peace. I'll loot your corpse.
Okay. I think that works for me. She's not doing so good. Oh, you're out of heals. That's awkward. I think she might be dead. But I'm unsure. Goodness gracious me. Even in the face of death, Thorn maintains his melancholic tranquility. I knew I would die like this, on the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. A magus isn't a mage in this game, more a battle mage like Sword Saint. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Whose orders are you following? He just smiles sadly. You think that since I'm at death's door, I will reveal the secrets of my superiors? You're mistaken. I and others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I will remain loyal until the end. Clearly, he's not ashamed of what he's done. Just die already. Thorn closes his eyes and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving and the fingers he had wrapped around his weapon go limp. There's a deep bitterness in Kaelessa's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I finally get an explanation as to what just happened? Thorn wasn't a dark hunter. He was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organization. It wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Thorn to kill me, and everyone I could potentially have told about it. Meaning you, soldier. It would be fun to introduce a Lich Mythic to him. As in, to make him an undead servant. Tell me about yourself, the whole truth. With a weary sigh, she says in a hollow voice, I was born in Keonan, in the blessed forest of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair Keonan was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity. I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Callistria. By night, we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish. Liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves how reliable was the information we were getting. Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time we were puppets in the hands of a priestess of Discari by the name of Animora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The Wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Animora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Animora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. Dying just makes questioning people easier? That is actually very fun. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me. And the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, until finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I'd become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth, tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap, let the world know about the dark fate. But Animora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me, and they weren't the only ones, as it turned out. Tell me more about Animora. She's a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. And even among drow, she's a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Discari's servants. Fear her. Her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures, and her mind... I've learned the danger of her guile firsthand. That sounds a bit like Xanther Vang, actually. The Winter Council, what sort of organization is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of Keonan. A mysterious group that watches over the interests of elven kind, protecting them by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail. No tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the dark fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with the ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. What's the dark fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. Kaelessa smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering and fighting for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves are trying so desperately to convince everyone that they have nothing to do with the drow, most vile, horrid race in the world, and it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see. So what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Keonan, real friends, ones I can trust. Send a letter to Avinara, to the leader of the Border Defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to, since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Because you will have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly, wearily. There's neither threat nor fear in her words, only a plea for and acceptance of the inevitable. Okay, What if you can still be saved? If there's a dark fate, could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you. With a bitter smile, Kaelessa shakes her head. A light fate? Wouldn't that be nice? But no such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, and I've almost reached its end. Hold on. Because I got a Rouchelet in my party. A Rouchelet is quite literally proof that you don't, even if your nature is to be evil, you don't have to be. Oh look, there's a breakdancing centipede. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I spent all my strength. When I saw Forn die, I almost howled in delight. I wanted to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. The beast I've been turned into, and it will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Kaylessa's life. Please, don't delay and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Is the curse that's damning you truly stronger than a passionate heart, stronger than a pure soul? Even as a drow, you will retain your memory, your personality. You could still do some good and struggle against the call of evil as before. See, exactly! Exactly! Moments like these piss me off. Right, she's being so stubborn about it, but like, Arushale is living proof that you can be saved. Like, arguably, Arushale started worse. And if Arushale is turning her life around and becoming a good person, Kaylessa could too. Also, I kind of like Kaylessa, and I wish she could join my party, thanks. Maybe my mythic powers can return you to the path of light. Your curse can't be irreversible. Deep-seated fear appears on Kaylessa's face. Ah, so that's what it is. Talk about that more in a second. No more. I've already been changed once, and I won't let anyone do it to me again. Even if you want to save me, know that I would sooner slit my own throat than allow my soul to be reshaped once more. So it's fear. And in real life, and in really well-written fantasy, fear is the biggest reason why change becomes impossible. If you're scared to change, that's going to be what stops you from doing so. And that's going to be what we see as the difference between Kaylessa and Arushale, because Arushale's not scared to change, and Kaylessa is. So that's why she doesn't want to be saved. Give her a potion of heroism greater? That could do it. Maybe. But yeah, I'm a family science major, and so one of the things I find very fun about this game is going through and analyzing the characters from like a therapy perspective. And like, in a world of magic, most problems are easily solvable, right? Exactly. Though I would note that, like, I don't know, heroism greater, I feel like a fear of physical threat and physical danger is maybe a bit different than, like, an internalized fear like this, where it's so... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, an existential fear. Yeah. Because she's scared of her very soul changing, right? And I don't know that, like, a simple heroism greater spell or potion would necessarily do it, because... I don't know. Maybe. I guess I'd have to get more details about how it's meant to work. Right? Because as a dungeon master and a therapist, if I were creating this world, I would be very tempted to say that for a fear like this, a heroism potion isn't necessarily gonna fix it. Because, like, again, you have to be willing to make the change. Right? I don't know. I feel like there's another half to that thought that hasn't come to me yet. Why do you seek death? The dark fate is claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart growing fiercer with each day that passes. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread this path any further, to turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me and end my torment. And this is where it's very interesting as well, because the fact that she would say this, the fact she doesn't want to turn into a monster. She's scared of being evil, but she's scared of change. Which I will also note is a very interesting analogy for a struggle that a lot of people face, I think. Is people are very often, I think, scared of the bad parts of themselves, but they're also scared to try and change it. Primal regression removes most higher thought. Use that. Yeah, that actually, if I were a GM, I would let that work. I would
totally let that work. But even then, like, that takes agency away from her, which is also not fair to her. And so, even though it would be a good intent, I don't know that I would necessarily call it, like, a good action as well. Probably the end result you would get from trying to force it on her like that would just be resentment. Which would then potentially throw her right back into that downward spiral. So, it's not a perfect situation. And it is frustrating as a player where, like, I really want to redeem her. But also as a family science major, I can understand why she wouldn't want me to try, if that makes sense.
That's easy.
I love this game. There's so many ways in, like, there's so much good writing in this game. The characters are all written very realistically, I think. I am aggressive good, you're being rescued, feel free to resist. I like when they fight back. Makes it fun. And see, I probably would have been like that several years ago before I started taking family science classes. But since I've started to understand a lot more about therapy and how it works and, you know, look into going that direction for my career, like, aggressive good is not always the best option in real life. Because there's going to be cases where being aggressive good works and the person then comes to you and is like, oh yeah, that was the right choice, that was the right call, thank you. But there's also, I think, going to be a lot of situations where, as I noted before, it just builds resentment. Okay. Some people need someone to just save them no matter what. That is true. That is true. For some people. But definitely not all, and I do think it can be interesting to include those kinds of situations in a story. So, yeah, it is a little frustrating, though. Like, I definitely feel that. It is a little bit frustrating to be unable to rescue someone that you feel deserves to be rescued. Take out a demon fort somewhere. Okay, hold on. Let's do our banner of victories first. We can get therapy for the resentment after they're saved. And see, I would actually say that one of the cases where you do try and save them no matter what would be if someone is suicidal. That's the time and place for that. Which I guess technically Kaylessa was. Technically. You make a good point. I can't argue. That's a good point. Yeah. Oh yay, there's another roving band. Where's this one coming to? Okay, I guess I'll go this way. That's fine. Okay. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Hello, what kind of army are we facing here? Yeah, I see. Oh, I almost got it. Aha, there we go. So I'm guessing this guy's probably a spellcaster general. Yeah, we really have to do the Banner of Conquest, don't we? Well,
Except I've got that one thing that'll let me get some morale back later. I don't really see a reason to fight an army that's a little too strong for me if I don't have to. Alright. Oh yeah. So, is there not a faster way to get where we want to go? Probably not, because there's a great big gorge in the way. That's the problem, isn't it? Well, we'll have to take the hit to our morale. It'll be fine. And it's okay anyway, because Queen Galfrey's gonna take forever to get here regardless, so... which is fine. Hello! Oh, it's gonna make me actually fight. Oh dear. Well! Guess you get to see my army full of stacks in action. Oh, this one's a spellcaster general too, is he? Alright. Okay. Okay, I believe that's the summoned swarm. That's gonna be the most annoying enemy. Alright, we'll go after these guys and see if we can at least weaken them. Yeah. Great. That is an excellent situation for me. Alright. What's going next? The Babao? Let's see. These guys are tanky. If I put them there, then maybe the Babao will come after them. Okay. Let's fight the archers. Ha! Great. No archers to become a problem. Ow. Well, that's just become expensive. Okay. Alright. Ouch. Rude. Okay. Okay. Yes. Excellent. I am pleased with that result. Rude. Most rude. Power 8 army? I think I have my doubts. But that's okay. Okay, great. These guys are less of a problem now. Let's see if we can't distract this Vescivore swarm. Okay. Ouch. I only have one heal per round, excuse me. Alright. Excellent. Thank you. Oh no. Well, who's most expensive after that? I don't properly know, but that's like my entire stack of that's my entire stack of dudes. I don't really want to end the battle yet, hold on. Only if they get another turn, I don't really want them doing that either. Champions are paper. Yeah. But they hit hard. They're glass cannons. Ouch. That's very unfortunate. The things I have to do for morale. My goodness. I think I had a recruitment cycle too. Maybe I should have just done that, but I mean, we're still Power 9 somehow. I don't rightly know how, but somehow. Back to Dresden. Let's go. Our morale will recover. In the meantime, it's gonna take so long to get that many champions again. What is glitching here? Oh, we're out of an army. I see, I done goofed. This is fine. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Oh, we have more Azatas. You guys go there. Yeah, I've got so many little armies of so many small stacks. Shade morale doesn't matter that much. Maybe not. Here's what I'll say on it. It's nice to have. Rangers. I don't think we have any rangers in the main army. It seems that due to shenanigans, we don't have the rangers in any of the other ones either. Which, actually, no, that is right. Because they got smacked. Best way to doom stack is retraining. Wait, there's a way to retrain? What? There's a thing I didn't know about? Wait, why am I surprised? Daybooks. What? Click the X to dismiss. Oh, it doesn't just get rid of the army? I've been sitting here on all these trash units forever. My word. Where's that other clump? Ah, it's right there. I did not realize those guys were a Power 6 army on their own. How exciting. It doesn't... Oh my goodness. Okay, I know what I'm doing next. Great. Okay, so I can actually get rid of all of these trash mobs. Okay. Dismiss. For retraining. Are these things any good? There's not very many of them. I'm just gonna retrain this whole bunch. And this whole bunch. I'm gonna retrain them too. We're gonna retrain everybody. And then I'm guessing that probably doesn't fully come into effect until later. That's okay. I think my Power 9 army can hold down the fort for a little bit. Goodness. You only need 2 armies, and as long as your general is a caster, you just need 1 unkillable stack. Right, because the general can basically just shoot everything. Cool. Alright, stash. A group of soldiers who were following the trail of a demon they had defeated discovered piles of treasure in the cave where it had made its lair. But it appears that the demon was afraid of thieves and put horrible curses on every last coin, so they are all dangerous to touch. The warriors are not sure what to do with this questionable treasure hoard. We'll remove the curses. Price of Mercy. A representative of the Technic League from Numeria arrived in Dresden. He offered to deliver a batch of volunteers for a reasonable price. However, the envoy's servant has secretly revealed that these are no volunteers, but a group of slaves. Knowing that slavery is banned in Menda, the shrewd technomancer decided to sell his living goods under a false pretext. A day. Okay, so I can use them again tomorrow. Great. Oh, but it's diplomacy experience points. My lowest on, not diplomacy. I don't really care for conscripts. Well. Not choose the path of the angel, so I don't get any options that day to get the decree and a day to complete it, so 2 days. Okay. I don't increase army size and instead focus on my general's power. Alright. That makes sense, actually. Shows how martial I tend to build things. I will do the good thing. I shall do the good thing. Maribeth reports that the letter has been received from a certain high-ranking inquisitor is to be handed to the commander confidentially for her eyes only. And Richelieu wants to talk. Great, we'll come back to those in a second. Fault of the Fateless. Fate of the Faultless Daybreak. I don't want to hide the truth about Cleosa. Yeah. We tell him. Logistics reform. Let's do that decree. So I should get the decree to retrain them tomorrow. Okay. There you go, now I have an excuse to actually use that. Okay. Map. Upgrade. Let's get this logistics stuff going, shall we? Actually max out my crusade stats. Okay. Teleportation circle. Amazing. Range, Citadel, Watchtower. So then if I put the training grounds there, then I can put a barracks there and get bonuses. Hall of Glory, and then what are we thinking here? Great. Do that. That works for me. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to rest anyway for a day. I don't know that this is the most useful one to upgrade. Am I gonna have a reason to go back to Canopers again? Yes, I will. To get on the way to the Mephistopheles fight. So I might as well upgrade this one and put in a teleportation circle for that, because traveling for 3 days to get there exhausted is not fun. So if I put this here, then maybe I won't be fatigued for the Mephistopheles fight. That's the hope. That's all I want there. That's it. That's all I care about, just the teleportation circle. Okay. Let's see. That's all I can upgrade. Okay. No, I lost my sneeze. It's fine. I just mass buy Restoration Lesser Scrolls so I don't have to rest. Interesting. Because they remove the fatigue. Probably then you'd probably want to pair it with potions for the damage. But yeah, for journeys, restoration. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. See, I pretty much only use my gold to buy a little bit of equipment and then mostly to fund the crusade. That's it. They're cheap. Can get like 100 for 15,000. Oh, and it'll also solve exhausted. Excellent. I might have to start doing that, actually. Yeah, I'll just buy a little bit of equipment here and there, and then otherwise I spend all my money on the crusade. Come on, game. Load, 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 load. I beg you. You gotta talk to people. They're gonna put me in meetings and stuff. Can you imagine being the Knight Commander in real life? That would be awful. Ugh. Oh! Hello, Mr. Hand of the Inheritor. The resonant voice of the majestic angel rings out through the hushed streets of Dresden. You hear his words from afar. They concealed it right under our noses, and without Xanthir's notes, that incarnation of corruption, even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. I know him too! Surely the Herald of the Inheritor can rid us of this scourge. Irabeth stumbles over her words slightly. I also stumble over my words slightly. Amazing. It is impossible, Righteous One. I cannot do it alone. Wait, I hear the steps of one who brings hope. I am the Hand of the Inheritor, Herald of Iomade the Lightbringer, and I greet you, Champion of Galarian. The angel in gleaming gold armor drops to one knee. Please rise. Such displays are completely unnecessary. Forgive me if I embarrassed you. I see no shame in paying rightful homage to a heroine such as yourself.
Trickster into Gold Dragon or Azada? It does appear that he is asking you, Gnome 2. And I also want to know. Please also allow me to thank you for saving Targona the Silver-Haired. We thought we would never see our sister alive again. Yes. Alright. What brings you here? Your deeds and exploits, champion. You've brought hope to these accursed lands. Hope that the demon invasion will finally be stopped once and for all. And I am here to aid my goddess as chosen one. Trickster into Gold Dragon sounds like something for a Raycaster. Ooh. What did you discuss with Erebeth? This. The angel gestures toward a symbol on the paving stones. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Dresden, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of the demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawn of the Abyss travel to Galarian. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that is accessible only to demons. Trickster for the crit feats and Dragon for the boost to damage spells. Or for tanking and power. So, this is where Minago fled to, and where all the demons in the city have been coming from. They can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. It is much worse than that. The barrier is imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I could protect you in the city from it, but even my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. This is what disturbs me the most. You cannot allow the demons to rebuild their armies and plot their next attack right below the sacred heart of the crusade. Xanther Vane told me about this demonic barrier. I encountered similar barriers in Arilu Vorlesh's laboratory. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. I am impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together we shall open the passage and protect the city, and then we shall burn the Midnight Fane with the cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach that dark bastion of the Abyss. The Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. We must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. For power, Azad is better for DC casters, Trickster for anything else. Straight Trickster probably more than Gold Dragon. Love the build discussion that shows up in my chat. This is wonderful. Ivory desperately tries to draw your attention. We need to go now! Call the whole court and all the Free Crusaders and just go as soon as they assemble. You can't just sit here waiting for the Queen, good weather and all the rest of it. By the time you move, the demons will have learned of our plans and will be waiting for us and will devour half the world or more. Zod is the only way to get regeneration. Okay, question for you guys. Because I didn't have this option in my last run. What changes if I assemble the Free Crusaders and attack? Is one way better than the other? Because that's really all I know is there's two options here, and I feel like I've heard one is better, but I don't know which. The Queen gets mad. I mean, she'll probably get mad anyway, because I'm an Azada and not an angel. But I don't know. I am tempted to wait, because I imagine if you have, like, what if you could get both the Queen and the Free Crusaders at the same time? That seems like it'd be the ideal situation. I'm gonna go take care of Crusade matters regardless, though. Depends on how the Azada assault goes. Good luck, champion. Come to me if you have need of me. I will be here by the barrier standing guard. Great. I'm gonna go finish clearing out all those demon armies. I should attack early, only Azada gets to do this. I don't know. I think I'm okay just fighting armies and skipping time until Galfrey gets here. Azada gets to do a lot of things early, though. And I don't know how how soon it happens, and I want time to finish clearing out demon armies before we go into Act 4. Even though I already know everything goes to crap before Act 4, or by Act 5 anyway, but... There's an unusual spring in the succubus's step today, and she has a mysterious smile on her lips that you can't recall seeing before. Oh, Desna, something truly as miraculous has happened to me. If only you knew. Wordlessly raise a brow. I used to, and now I'm... No, wait, this doesn't feel right. Look, Arushale takes a few deep breaths, trying to calm down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have barged in like that. We need to talk one-on-one. I will be waiting for you at the tavern. You get a different experience if you attack early. For the other paths, everything is the same in Midnight Fane. You have 7 days to attack early, otherwise you need to wait for the queen, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna wait, because I think it's gonna take more than 7 days to resolve everything I want to resolve. So, that's good to know, though, if I do a future run. Figuring out the timing of defeating demon armies and stuff like that. I guess for Azada, though, like, if I'd done Azada last time around, I could have gotten away with the strategy I used that time, where I just sent all my armies forward and just slaughtered everything. And then I went to the Ivory Sanctum, and then I had to wait a month, and my crusade ticked down, and I was concerned. Attacking early can also get you some more free crusaders, but it can also get some of your free crusaders killed. Yeah. The succubus runs off without giving you a chance to say another word. Hello, Irabeth. Irabeth looks a little puzzled, but salutes you as protocol demands. Commander, you have a letter from Mendev. It was sent via the Church of Iomide by a trusted courier from the Neurosian archives. It is sealed and signed by Inquisitor Leodor, and I was asked to deliver it to you personally, so that's what I'm doing. Irabeth hands you a sealed scroll. I shall read. Esteemed Knight Commander, I'm writing to you regarding the case which you so graciously helped me to investigate. I hasten to inform you that I may have discovered something that will help us finally unravel the mystery of what happened in the place known to us both. It may also help to neutralize the source of this mystery. My current research compels me to take a short trip outside Mendev, but I will return shortly and find you wherever you are at that moment. I urge you not to take any further steps in this regard without me. The danger may be much more serious than both you and I presumed at the beginning. May the gods be with you, Leodor Hawkblade, servant of the people of Mendev, and loyal inquisitor of Our Lady Iomide. P.S. It is crucial that he does not suspect a thing. You know who I mean. Why do you look so puzzled? I know Inquisitor Leodor very well. His nickname is Hawkblade for a reason. He works in the field. He does not deal with paperwork. I was wondering what he was doing in Neurosian, in the archives of all places. The most dangerous things the Inquisition can catch there are rats, not witches or cultists. On second thought, I don't want to know. I'm better off staying out of the Inquisition's business. Thank you, Irabeth. You can leave now. Commander, permission to report. Captain Harmattan salutes you. We are short on soldiers. Any elation from taking Dresden is long gone. We now face the harsh reality of a drawn-out war. What was sufficient for an expeditionary force won't cut it for a proper army that needs to hold the territories around Dresden and still advance forward. Now that we've dealt with the wary and replenished our officer corps, we need more troops. I suggest we write a letter to Mendev and ask Her Majesty for a new draft. It will take some time, a long time to be perfectly honest, but it's the most reliable option we have. Mendev is already giving everything it can to spare to this war. I say we ask our priests to be more active at their preaching in other lands. Let them inspire more people to volunteer. My audio is pretty weak now, by the way, not sure if you noticed already. Yes, we had some technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream, and I didn't want to spend an hour at the beginning of stream trying to fix it. So, I know my headphones keep giving me notifications that something isn't connected right, and I don't know what it is. So, I will fix it by next stream, but I don't actually know what's wrong. A regular draft may not be enough. We have one permanently in effect as it is. We should suggest that the Crown recruit all who lost everything in the attack on Canabras and other cities. Instead of meager state-issued meals for these orphans and homeless refugees, they'll get army rations, a pair of boots, and a spear. It's not the best solution for them, and they won't be the best soldiers for us. Still, we'll have plenty of material to sift through and forge into solid combatants. Yeah, you won't get far in sheer enthusiasm. Fortunately, we have good coin to dress it up. Everyone who's ready to fight for lofty ideals is already here. It's time to call on those who would fight for gold. Something with your microphone, maybe it's not set to the correct mic. It's possible. Basically what happened, here's what I do know. It's telling me things are not working again. Something I do know is I disconnected my mic to try and connect it to my laptop for my Sea of Thieves stream. There's a lot of background noise. That's good to know. And then when I reconnected it to my PC, it wasn't working originally. I don't know. I can't imagine why there's background noise, though. I've got fans on that I don't normally have on. Give me one moment. Imagine if this is what fixes it. How's that? Okay. Creatures decree. Permanent growth for trainable units increases by 7% for 20 days. Isn't region basically better less stand? Okay. 20% for 14 days, but reduces crusade morale. Number of available mercenary units increases by 1. 10% for 14 days. Okay. Let's see. 7% for 20 days, or 10% for 14 days. The background noise is like shuffling and stuff, like on your table. Interesting. Interesting. I'll mess around with it after the stream and see if I can figure out what's going on. You sound like you have a rogue Bluetooth connection interfere with the stream software. Huh. Strange. Rogue Bluetooth connection. I wonder if there's something Bluetooth going on elsewhere in the house that's messing with things. Hold on a second. Let me check. It could be like, it could be somebody has Bluetooth on in another room. Hold on. This is gonna mess up my graphics, but it's fine. Rogue Bluetooth connection. Let me see. Could my Bluetooth mouse be messing with things? You sound on a phone call not like you normally do. It's how my Bluetooth headphones start sounding when I have OBS and Streamlabs open. Weird. These headphones are not Bluetooth. Weird. That's very strange. Huh. That's really weird. 'Cause I don't think I have anything Bluetooth on in the room. Except for my mouse. Like, my mouse is the only thing. Very strange. Yeah, I'll monkey with it a little bit later and see if I can figure out what's going on. Let's go do CLF. Alright. Very weird. Also, I get to fix my graphics now.
We've got a bunch of us fatigued, I think. So we're gonna get a rest. I am getting a bit to the end of what I was planning to stream today as well. This has been a bit longer than I usually stream, actually. So we'll roll with it.
Better care of yourself, then.
But then I'll be less able to take care of other people.
No, Ember, that's not how that works at all. No, that's not how that works. Hold on. Self-care lets you take care of other people better. Ember. Sociel is right in this case. Alright. Yeah, let's mess around with Crusade stuff and then... yeah. Okay. If I skip the day though. Great. There is a wandering army that perhaps I shall have time to... You guys finished the trek to Dresden. Yeah, there's much there. For a great purpose, a priest of Set has invented a unique method of forging enchanted weapons. However, the process requires a sacrifice. For every blade filled with Set's darkness, a mortal must pay with their sight. The priest suggests forming a group of preachers who will wander the towns and cities to find people whose lives are gloomy enough to sacrifice sight for the good of the crusade. No thanks. Such methods are immoral, and the weapons are not worth this kind of sacrifice. The soldiers were uplifted when they learned of the commander's decision. Alright. Call for reserve. Aha! Okay, so... units most common in my forces. Ah! That is really cool, actually. I like that. Alright, not enough resources. Another decree. Another decree. And not enough resources. Let's see. We need material points and energy points. I can't buy energy points. Okay, well. Great. I think that's gonna be where I call it. Yeah, my computer's given me the audio cues of something not being quite right again. So, but we finished the Ivory Sanctum, that was my goal for today. And yeah, I think I'm satisfied with how far we've made it this stream. There's another meeting. Hello. Hail! Doralinda's one eye is red from sleepless nights on the job. The supply situation is improving, but too slowly. Once the fellows of the Crusade lost their connections in the quartermaster service, they switched to dealing with the cart drivers directly. Each supply caravan loses a cart or two on the way, and its driver tells us tall tales about how they were attacked by demons or how a rock swooped in and carried off an entire cart. We catch these jokers, but it's getting out of control. We can't get them all. We need to change something in the system itself. I propose we have inspectors from the Menevian Treasury travel with each caravan. Someone experienced, someone who's ready to answer for the delivery of their life, and who knows how to keep the cream away from the cat, so to speak. There's a simple rule. If you can't beat 'em, lead 'em. We'll drop a hint to the brains of this lot to stick to us and fall in line. If they don't act up too much, they'll get their new uniforms and extra rations. And they'll get the loyalty of some big-name leaders among the soldiers. So soldiers are stealing from their own comrades. Like cats. What was it you said, Dorgalinda? Like the cream that got the mouse instead of the cat? In any case, this is wrong. We must convince them. Let the caravans be accompanied by priests from the capital. Under their eyes, the warriors will be ashamed to steal. We overlooked their antics when it was just clandestine trades, but theft must be dealt with quickly and severely. Let's see. Ooh. More experience. Energy points income. Materials points income. 15 additional movement points? Yes, please. We're doing that. Yes, Commander, I'll send the letters today. They'll have plenty of work in Dresden, too. They know their business, and they'll help us keep the army organized during marches. It will be done. I hope our caravans will be safe from now on, but I have a feeling this won't be the last time we have to convene the council to address a problem relating to the fellows. Great. Phew. This is our 25th stream. Wow, I'm having a hard time typing today, too. It's amazing. Alright. Epic. Thank you all for joining me for this stream. It's been fun. Okay. What do y'all say we raid somebody? Hold on, wait. I can do this from my other monitor. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Alright. You know who we're gonna raid? We're gonna raid Gnome too. Because why wouldn't we? Okay.
Damage.
See everybody.
Or maybe, I don't know, if you get a very high amount of points of damage